Jean-François André Clervoy is a French engineer and a CNES and ESA astronaut. He is a veteran of 3 NASA Space Shuttle missions. Personal life. Clervoy was born the 19th of November 1958 in Longueville-les-Metz, France. He therefore considers himself as Lorraine-Mosellan, but also as Toulousain by adoption. He has a twin brother, Patrick, a military physician. He is married to Laurence Boulanger and they have 2 children. Clervoy enjoys racket sports, skill games, canyoning, skiing, and flying activities such as boomerang, frisbee, kites. Education. Received his baccalaureate from Collège Militaire de Saint-Cyr-l'École in 1976, passed Math, Sup, and Math, SPE Acute M at Prytanée Militaire La Flèche in 1978. Graduated from École Polytechnique, Paris, in 1981. He became a member of the Corps of Armament. He graduated from École Nationale Supérieure de l'Aéronautique et de l'Aerospace, Toulouse. In 1983, graduated as a flight test engineer from École du Personnel Navigant d'Essais et de Réception, ISTRA. In 1987, Clervoy is ingénieur général de l'armement. Experience. In 1983, Clervoy was seconded from the Délégation Générale pour l'Armement to CNES, where he works on autopilot systems for various projects such as the Earth Observation Satellite Spot, the Optical Inter-Satellite Space Link Star of the Comet probe Vega. He was selected in the second group of French astronauts in 1985 and started intensive Russian language training. From 1987 until 1992, he directed the parabolic flight program at the Flight Test Center, Brétigny-sur-Orge, and provided technical support to the European Human Space Program within the ESA Hermes Crew Office in Toulouse. From 1983 to 1987, Clervoy was also a lecturer in signal processing and general mechanics at the École Nationale Supérieure de l'Aéronautique et de l'Aerospace, Toulouse. In 1991, he trained in Star City, Moscow, on the Soyuz and Mir systems. In 1992, he joined the astronaut corps of the European Space Agency at the European Astronaut Centre EAC in Cologne. In August 1992, Clervoy was detached to the NASA Johnson Space Center, Houston, to gain the Space Shuttle mission specialist qualifications. In between his spaceflights, Clervoy was assigned as Flight Software Verification Lead in the Shuttle Avionics Integration Laboratory and as Robotics Display Design Lead for Shuttle and Station. After his third spaceflight, he was assigned as the International Space Station Display Integration Lead in the NASA JSC Astronaut Office. He flew twice aboard Space Shuttle Atlantis and once aboard Discovery for a total of 675 hours in space. Due to the difficulty that American astronauts had in pronouncing his name, Clervoy was nicknamed Billy Bob. From 2001 through 2008, he was assigned Senior Advisor Astronaut of the ATV ESA project in Les Mureaux. In 2008, he was also appointed member of the selection board for the new ESA astronaut class. Clervoy holds military and civilian parachuting licenses, military and civilian scuba diving licenses, and private pilot license. Spaceflight experience. SDS-66. The Atmospheric Laboratory for Applications and Science 3 mission was part of an ongoing program to determine the Earth's energy balance and atmospheric change over an 11-year solar cycle. Clervoy used the robotic arm to deploy the CRISP-to-SPARS atmospheric research satellite 20 hours after liftoff. and logged 262 hours and 34 minutes in space and 175 Earth orbits. STS-84 was NASA's sixth shuttle mission to rendezvous and dock with the Russian space station Mir. Assigned as payload commander, Clervoy's primary tasks were the management of more than 20 experiments, the operation of the docking system and the double-module SPACEHAB, and the transfer of 4 tons of equipment between Atlantis and Mir. He was also trained as a contingency spacewalker on this mission. He logged 221 hours and 20 minutes in space and 144 Earth orbits. STS-103 primary objectives was the repair of the Hubble Space Telescope, which was put to sleep after successive failures of its gyroscopes, necessary to meet the telescope's very precise pointing requirements. Clervoy was the flight engineer for ascent, space rendezvous and entry. He used the robotic arm to capture and deploy the telescope, and to maneuver his crewmates during each of the 3 spacewalks lasting each more than 8 hours. He logged 191 hours and 11 minutes in space and 120 Earth orbits. Current assignment. Clervoy is a member of ESA's European Astronaut Corps, based at the European Astronaut Center in Cologne, Germany. As part of his ESA collateral duties, Clervoy provides support to the Human Spaceflight Program, the External Relations Department and the Sustainable Development Office. He is also chairman and strategy manager of Novespace, a subsidiary of French space agency CNES, in charge of the parabolic flight program based on the A310G aircraft in Bordeaux-Mérignac, France. Organizations. Member, Association of Space Explorers. Distinguished Member, French Aeronautics and Astronautics Association. Member, Air and Space Academy. Member, International Academy of Astronautics. Member, American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. Ambassador of the World Ocean Network. Patron of the Marine Life Preservation Non-Profit Association Taimana Te Moana in French Polynesia. J.F. Clervoy is also the ESA representative for the Ocean Exploration Sea Orbiter project. Special honors. NASA Space Flight Medals, NASA Exceptional Service Medals, Officier de l'Ordre National de la Légion d'Honneur, Chevalier de l'Ordre National du Mérite, Medal of Aeronautics, Komarov and Co-Relief Awards from the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale. Distinctions. Ingénieur Général d'Armement. Tributes. A middle school is named after him in Frankenville, where he completed part of his schooling. A media library is named after him at Longueville-les-Metz. The Square of Circe is named after him. Publications. Jean-François Clervoy is the author of the book Histoire d'Espace, relating his third mission towards the Hubble Space Telescope. He is also the co-author of the works Voler en absentia and Embarquer des domaines pour l'espace dans les bases des bats du monde, and Le Diva, Le Président et autres face-à-face, Vox Confidential, Histoire de la conquête spatiale. Patent. Jean-François filed an international patent for the functions of the wristwatch Speedmaster Skywalker X33, produced by Omega, tested and qualified by ESA.